Now let us have a virtual journey of other important structural remains. In front of the monastery, on either side of stepped entrance, architecturally two different types of stupas have been uncovered. Their sizes indicate that they are the votive stupas. The elevation of the stupas with a square plan reveals that this votive stupa was erected in a terraced fashion, that is, square platforms in a diminishing dimensions raised one over another and the topmost surmounted by a semicircular solid dome known as a anda. This type of stupa at Vadnagar consists of three diminishing terraces. The topmost terrace was surmounted by the anda made of molded bricks. At present, the only circular base of the stupa is remaining. The elevation shows that the lowermost terrace consists of 4 courses, the middle one of 10, while only 2 courses are extant at the topmost terrace. The available circular base of the anda measures 2 meter in diameter. It appears that during the 6-7 centuries of Common Era, the stupa was replaced with a new stupa which was raised on a square plinth having temple-like moldings. In this rebuilding process, the dome of the earlier stupa was encased by the new plinth. Thus, the square stupa reveals two phases of construction. Two circular stupas have also been found during the excavations. The latter measures 2 meter in diameter and only 3 lowermost courses of the stupa are remaining. Stratigraphically, all these votive stupas seem to have been built after the construction of the monastery at a later date, that is around the 4th-5th centuries of Common Era. At least 2 phases of successive expansions have been noticed during the archaeological excavations. These findings corroborate the records of Xuanzang, who visited Anandapur, the present Vadnagar, in 640-641 Common Era. Now let us have a look at the antiquities unearthed from the archaeological excavations, especially from the monastery area. Among the important antiquities of Buddhist interest recovered from the site mentioned may be made of crescent shaped grey stone toiletry depicting the tail of monkey offering honey to the Buddha, a terracotta replica of a stup which shows a faceted drum surmounted by 2-tier circular platform topped by dome and a square hermica with a hole to hold Chhatravali. The other noticeable findings include a human head with a curly hair sculpted out of grey sandstone in the Gandharan art style and a red sandstone broken head of the Buddha, stylistically datable to the 2nd-3rd centuries of Common Era. Fragments of typical bowls of black polished ware have been recovered which bear inscribed legends like Buddhasya and Dhamma in the 2nd-3rd century Brahmi script. Minor antiquities documented include a votive tablet of a terracotta with the foot impressions and a Brahmi legend, 6 petal flowers, fragments of incense burners and terracotta human head, amulets of various types, some of them with a fierce or dreadful facial expressions having a tridanda or trident symbol on their forehead, could have been used as cult objects. The monastery complex has also yielded few valuable antiquities which show that they had a foreign origin or influence. Mention may be made of an amphora-like handle jar, broken shards of large vessel known as a torpedo, jar of Mesopotamian origin belonging to the 3rd to 7th century of Common Era, and a terracotta plaque with moldings of acanthus leaves and a head. In addition, a ceiling with an impression of Roman coin belonging to Valentinian I, who ruled between 364 to 367 CE or Common Era, has been found, which interestingly depicts a Brahmi legend on its other side. These findings suggest that during the early centuries of Common Era, Vadnagar was a city of cosmopolitan stature and its prosperity attracted people from faraway places. One of the most striking findings on the site is none other than inscribed Bodhisattva image. Let us have a look at the image. As mentioned earlier, in the year 1992, a Bodhisattva image was found. The Bodhisattva image bears an inscription on its pedestal portion. Hinuber and Professor Skilling did a critical review of the text and conclude that it records a gift of a Bodhisattva by the nun from Swamastata for her Chaityakuti for the acquisition of the Mahasanghika teacher. Usually, Buddhist monasteries are located away from the habitation meant for civilians, but in the case of Vadnagar, it was right within. However, with the recent decipherment of the inscription, the answer to our query has been found. The decipherment reveals that Bodhisattva is a gift by nun for her Chaityakuti, which indicates that there was a nunnery. Since a nunnery could be established within the settlement of the town due to certain exemptions, the monastery at Vadnagar near the Ghaskol gate of the ancient city of Anandapur could have been the one.